What's up, guys? We are back with another video, and today we're going to be doing Masonation's NFL 2021-2022 NFL season predictions, because the schedule just came out. If you didn't see the last video, it was Jiggly Jackson mine predictions of the regular season. Today we're going to be doing Masonation's regular season. So make sure to subscribe. Hit the like button if you enjoyed. Comment down below what your thoughts and who you think might gonna win the Super Bowl, or thoughts on Masonation's picks. Hit the notification bell so you don't miss any more bangers like this. Let's get into it. Alright, guys, let's get into our first picks. First off, we got the Steelers versus the Bills. You guys may know this, the Steelers are my favorite team. I'm just gonna get that out of the way right now. And I'm gonna say they're gonna get the first W. Chiefs, Browns, everybody's hype about this game. I'm not the most excited just because we all know the Chiefs are going to win, but a little revenge, I guess. Say the Dolphins over the Pats, another interesting one. Texans versus the Jags. I'm going to take the Texans in this one at home. Monday night game, prime time. Ravens versus Raiders. I'm going to take the Ravens. Bengals versus Vikings. This is a pretty interesting one. I'm going to go with the Vikings, though. I think Dalvin Cook's too good. Another good one, the Seahawks versus the Colts. I'm going to go with the Hawks. Chargers versus Washington. I'm going to take Herbert to go over him. Giants, Broncos. I'm going to go Giants with Barkley. Panthers, Jets, I'm going to go CMC and the Panthers. Cardinals, Titans, that's a good one. I'm going to go with the home team, the Titans. Thursday night, primetime football, Super Bowl champs versus the Dallas Cowboys. I'm absolutely going to take the Super Bowl champs. Eagles versus Falcons, that's a pretty good one. Interested to see how good Kyle Pitts and Devonta Smith are going to do. I'm going to take the Falcons at home on this one, but I do think the Eagles are a little underrated. Niners, Lions, Niners. Rams, Bears, Rams. And Packers over the Saints. Alright, let's get into Week 2's games. We got the Browns versus the Texans. The Browns are going to take that one home.
Are you sure?
This is a good one. We're going to have the Dolphins versus the Bills. The Dolphins lost to him twice last year, which is pretty disappointing. It cost them the playoffs. But I'm going to take the Dolphins at home this one.
Why?
Because they're better. I'm also a Dolphins fan if you can't see the hat. But I respect the Bills for how good they are, and I feel kind of bad that they're 0-2 right now, but they'll go higher. Yeah. Broncos versus Jaguars. Pretty garbage game, but we're going to take the Broncos. Sorry, Duval. Patriots versus Jets. We're going to take the Pats. Chiefs versus Ravens. That's a good one. As we all know, Lamar Jackson doesn't lose to the Chiefs. But that might change. That's a good game. It's exciting. Ravens are home. I'm going to take the Chiefs to win their first one against the Ravens. Mahomes. Steelers versus Raiders. I'm going to take Steelers at home. Bears versus Bengals. I'm going to say that the Bears do not have Justin Fields yet, and I think the Bengals are going to be alright, so I'm going to take the Bengals. Chargers versus the Cowboys. It's a pretty good game, but I'm going to take the Cowboys. Rams versus the Colts. That's also a pretty good one, but I'm going to take the Rams. Titans versus Seahawks, another great game. I'm going to have to take the Hawks in this one at home. Washington versus the Giants. I'm going to take Washington. Bucks versus Falcons. I'm going to take the Bucks. Cardinals versus Vikings. I'm going to take the Cardinals. Eagles versus Niners. I'm going to take a little Eagles upset. Saints versus Carolina. This just feels like one that Carolina's going to lose. Take the Saints. And then Packers Lions. I'm going to take the Packers Monday night. Alright, heading into week 3. Got the Broncos versus the Jets. I'm going to take the Jets in this one. Just got a feeling that the Jets are just going to take that one. Chiefs Chargers. I'm going to take the Chiefs at Arrowhead. Dolphins versus Raiders. This was a very fun match up last year, and it was amazing for me as a Dolphins fan. That was a very fun game. It's at the Raiders again. I'm going to take the Dolphins. I think they're a little more improved this year, and I haven't seen the Raiders really do anything to their team. Steelers Bengals. I'm going to take the Steelers at Heinz. Colts versus the Titans. I'm going to have to take the Titans in this one. The Colts are off to a rocky start, but I think they'll pick it back up. CMC and the Panthers versus the Texans. I'm going to take the Panthers. Bills, Washington. I'm going to take the Bills. Browns versus the Bears. I'm going to take the Browns. Cardinals, Jaguars. The Cardinals. Ravens, Lions. Ravens. Saints versus the Patriots. That's a pretty good game. I'm going to take the the Patriots at home. Got Packers versus the Niners. That's a great matchup. Niners usually do pretty good against the Packers. I'm going to take the Niners. Falcons versus the Giants. I'm going to take Kyle Pitts and the Falcons. The Buccaneers versus the Rams. That's a good one. Rams are home. I'm going to take the Rams. I don't think the Buccaneers will be quite dialed in yet. Seahawks versus the Vikings. I'm going to take the Seahawks. And then Eagles, Cowboys on a primetime Monday night game. I'll take the Eagles to take this one home. Alright, week 4. Starting off with Thursday night, Bengals versus the Jaguars. I'm going to take the Bengals. Bills, Texans. I'm going to take the Bills. Ravens, Broncos. The Ravens for sure. Colts versus the Dolphins. That's another great matchup. Colts are off to such a rocky start. I'm going to give them their first win here on the road against the Dolphins. Titans, Jets, Titans. Chargers, Raiders. Great match on Monday night. I'm going to take the Raiders on the road. Chiefs versus the Eagles. I'm going to take the Chiefs in this one. Steelers versus Green Bay. I think Green Bay is going to get it in Lambeau. I think Buccaneers and Tom Brady are going to beat Tom Brady's former team, Patriots. I'm going to take the Browns over the Vikings. Seahawks versus the Niners. That's a good one. Niners are at home. I'll take the Niners in that one. Bears, Lions. Bears are going to get their first win. Carolina Panthers versus the Cowboys. I think CMC is going to be a great running back this year. Panthers might even make the playoffs this year. We'll see. They're in contention. If they try really hard, maybe they'll make it. Washington versus the Falcons. I'm going to take Washington. Cardinals versus the Rams. That's another great game. I'm going to take the Cardinals for a little upset. And Saints, Giants. I'm going to take the Saints in that one. Alright. Heading into week 5 now. And we'll have the matchup of the Browns versus the Chargers. I'm going to take the Browns in this one. Bills versus the Chiefs. Bills are only 2-2. Can't let that fool you. Chiefs at Arrowhead, though. That's a tough match. That's a good game. We'll come back to that one. Take the Titans over the Jaguars. Steelers over the Broncos. Patriots over the Texans. Monday night, Colts, Ravens. I'm going to take the Ravens at home. Colts getting another L on the board. Green Bay versus the Bengals. I'm going to take Green Bay. Dolphins versus Buccaneers. I think the Dolphins can keep it close. Who knows, maybe that'll even be the Super Bowl matchup, but I'm going to take the Buccaneers in this one. Falcons versus the Jets. I'm going to take the Falcons at home. Bears versus Raiders. I'm going to take the Raiders at home. Thursday night football. It's a great matchup. Great DK versus Jalen Ramsey Thursday night. I'm going to take the Seahawks at home. It's hard to beat them at home. Niners versus the Cardinals. It's also a great matchup. I'm going to take the Niners this time around. Giants versus the Cowboys. I think the Cowboys are going to take this one. Saints versus Washington. I don't know how I feel about the Saints. They're in a tough QB situation. I really don't think Jameis Winston's that bad. He just threw so many picks. So I'll take the Saints. I'll take the Saints to get a maybe upset, I guess some would say. Eagles versus the Panthers. Eagles have a great D-line. They might clamp. I'm going to take the Eagles. It's a good matchup. Lions versus the Vikings. I'm going to take the Vikings at home with Dalvin Cook. And we're heading to week 6. Take a little drink break.
Like the lining.
Right. Holy God. Got the Raiders versus the Broncos at home. Gonna take the Raiders on the road. Colts finally getting another one on the board against the Texans. Dolphins versus the Jaguars in London. Wake up bright and early for the Dolphins to take one home. Ravens Chargers. I'm gonna take the Ravens. Monday night, Bills versus the Titans. I believe the Titans might have beat them last time, but I think the Bills are going to take this one home. Or did I go back to that Bills matchup last week? Let me do that. Chiefs, Bills. I'm going to take the Chiefs at Arrowhead. But take the Bills over the Titans. Cardinals versus Browns. That's a great game. I'm going to take the Browns. Chiefs versus Washington. I'm going to take the Chiefs. Bengals, Lions. Lions could get their first one here, but I'm going to take the Bengals. Patriots versus the Cowboys. I'm going to take the Patriots at home. Steelers versus Seahawks. That's a great game. Excited for that one. We'll come back to that. Thursday night primetime, Eagles versus the Buccaneers. I think the Buccaneers are going to take this one home. Green Bay versus the Bears. Always a great matchup. I feel like the Bears play better when they're at the Packers Stadium. So I'm going to take the Packers in this one. Rams versus the Giants. I'm going to take the Rams. And then CMC versus Dalvin Cook. That's a great matchup. I'm going to take CMC and the Panthers. And then going back to the Steelers versus Seahawks. Steelers are home. We'll just go with the home team since I'm a little iffy on it. Thursday night, Browns versus Broncos. We're going to take the Browns. Patriots versus the Jets. This feels like a game that the Jets could win. We'll take the Jets. Take the Jets on that one. Ravens versus the Bengals. We're going to take the Ravens at home. Chiefs versus Titans. That's a great matchup. Ooh. I'm going to take the Chiefs again. 7-0 right now. Colts versus the Niners at home. I think the Colts are going to start trying to push for more wins. They're only 2-4. So we need another win. Take the Cardinals to get another win on their board. You're going to take the Dolphins over the Falcons. Eagles versus Raiders is a good game. Raiders are home. I think the Raiders will get them on that one. Buccaneers versus Bears. I'm going to take the Buccaneers. Barkley versus CMC. I'm going to take CMC on the road. Panthers are at a whopping 5-2 right now.
I feel like Washington could win this game. I'll take Washington on the road against the Packers. Rams over the Lions, and the Seahawks over the Saints on Monday night. We'll now head into Week 8, where the Bills will get their revenge on the Dolphins from earlier in the season. Steelers versus the Browns. Holy. Steelers are going to shove them in the ground. And that one. Personally hate the Browns fans for how they have been acting over the Steelers. The Steelers are not washed right now. Look at their team. They're pretty stacked. Patriots versus the Chargers. Ooh, I'm going to take the Chargers. I need another win on the board. Titans versus the Colts. That's a good one. I'm going to take the Titans. Bengals Jets. It's a good match. Bengals are going to go 500% for the first time in a while. Washington versus the Broncos. I'm going to take Washington. I don't know why everybody has such high hopes for the Broncos, personally. I don't really see them as a good team with Drew Lock as their quarterback. Next game, Seahawks over the Jaguars in that one. I think the Rams will take that game. Chiefs Monday night against Saquon and the Giants. I'm going to take the Chiefs. Packers versus the Cardinals on a Thursday night matchup. That's a good one. I feel like the Packers are going to take that one home. Niners versus Bears. Little Trey Lance versus Justin Fields. That's a tough one. I feel like Justin Fields should have went before them. I think Justin Fields maybe even should have went second. But we'll still take the Niners to win that game. Falcons versus the Panthers. I think the Falcons with their receiving core can take that one home. Eagles will take down the Lions. Buccaneers over the Saints, which would have been a great matchup last year. And the Cowboys versus the Vikings. That sounds like a good one. I'm going to take Dalvin Cook and the Vikings. Then now we're heading into Week 9. We'll show standings after this week. And so we got the Colts, Jets, Thursday night. Colts are going to take another one. Browns versus Bengals. We're going to take the Browns to get a W. Dolphins at home against the Texans. We're going to take the Dolphins. Bills versus the Jaguars. The Bills. Packers versus the Chiefs. We're going to take the Chiefs home. Broncos versus Cowboys. Cowboys need to start tallying some more wins on the board. They're going to get that one. Eagles versus the Chargers. Herbert wants this one, but I think the Eagles are going to take him at home. Raiders versus Giants. I'm going to take the Raiders. Patriots versus the Panthers. I think the Patriots will take that one home. Titans versus the Rams. A great matchup. But I think Aaron Donald's going to clap Derrick Henry. It's going to be a close matchup, though. Ravens versus the Vikings. I'm going to take the Ravens at home. Steelers versus Bears. Monday night. It's another W for the Steelers. We got Niners versus Cardinals again. Can't remember who I took in the first one, but the Cardinals really need a win. So I'm going to take them on the road. Then we got the Falcons versus the Saints. I think the Saints are going to take that one. Alright guys, we have now finished Week 9. And we're going to be checking the standings for you guys. Now, heading to the AFC North. We have the Steelers on top, 2 seed, 7-1. Ravens 5 seed, 7-1. Browns 6 seed, 7-2. That's all for the AFC North. AFC South, we got the Titans at only 5-4, but they're a 4 seed right now. And that's all for their division. And then we got the AFC East. We got the Dolphins on top, 6-3 at the 3 seed, and then we got the Bills at 7 seed 5-3.
Ooh, got the cheese on the.
And then we got the one and only undefeated team remaining, the Chiefs, 9-0, 1 seed, and that's all that's in for their division right now. And then now we'll head into the NFC. Start with the NFC West. We got every single team currently in the playoffs.
See some differences.
7-2 Rams, 2 seed. Seahawks 6-2, 5 seed. Niners 5-3, 6 seed, and the Cardinals 5-4, 7 seed. It's an exciting division.
Yeah, definitely have some differences and similarities. So make sure to check out Joey Jackson's right after you finish these sexy picks.
NFC East. We got the Eagles 5-4, top of the division with 4 seed. That's all for their division. Then we got NFC South with the Buccaneers on top, 7-1, 1 seed, and that's all for their division. Panthers just out. Then we got the NFC North with the Packers 6-3 at the 3 seed. And that's what we got for the standings so far.